Hi everybody, Chris and PJ here live for an early Fire It Up Friday.
Happy Friday, sir.
Happy Friday to you. It's been a fun week here.
It has been a fun
Dream
week.
Giveaway Garage.
Another winner announcement yesterday.
Another winner in the black Cadillacs, correct. A law enforcement person from the state of New York won, and we're so excited.
There's a lot of people sad about that, telling us
I
that
know,
they wish they had won.
everybody wanted to win it. Listen, you guys know that you're doing it to help out the charities, and at the end of the day, one person is going to get that grand prize. So thank you for helping out the charities. We have another set of Cadillacs for you to win, the great red pair. There's the CT5V right there. And to prove that they're different cars again, swing the camera around this way.
That's right.
And there's the black one. So they're both over here on stage A.
No magic trick.
No magic tricks here. We were talking about the Porsche earlier this week and how cool, how intuitive the gauges are. You don't have to, be computer savvy to figure out where, all the functions of the vehicle are. And that's one of the great things about this.
Thor says, my GT Thor right here, right behind you.
Yeah, GT Thor of the GT4. I get it.
Very good.
It's neat. So most guys, if you own a car of this caliber, right, you're probably not using it as your daily driver. You might be taking it out on a weekend or a special event. And so it's important to keep the vehicle trickle charged. And so Porsche has a neat charger.
But you can't just get to the battery, Chris?
Correct. So this is not included. It's our in-house one.
It's just regular 110, right?
A regular 110. You've got the trickle charger there. And then you don't even have to pop the hood. You just plug it into the... Is it politically incorrect to call that a cigarette lighter?
AC adapter?
Into the AC adapter.
Although, Chris, if you look at it, look at the top of that. It's got a little picture of a cigarette.
Of a cigarette?
With a little flame coming out. So
okay.
I guess in this case.
So I suppose it is a lighter then. So I didn't know they still put them in cars.
I can't believe that. It's the first time I've seen that.
Yeah.
In a long time.
Because when you're racing Sebring, there's nothing better than pulling out a Lucky Strike.
And we're going to fire this up today, right?
We're going to fire it up. Let's take a look at those gauges that I'm talking about. Before we do that, I'm going to remind you that the key is really a neat key because it's not a hovercraft, that's a Porsche. The Porsche key looks like a Porsche car.
If it had wheels on, it'd be like a Matchbox car.
That's right.
And it's a left-handed insertion, right?
That's correct. And they must have a reason for that, and I don't know what it is.
I think it's because of the racing part of it, right? You can get in quicker because don't they start off the line and they got to jump in the vehicle?
Yeah, and then maybe it's easier to get to the key there. So anyway, that goes in there like an insert. You don't have the button there, and then you turn it like a manual key. But before I fire it up, let me turn some lights on here. And I can tell that air conditioning is working. See how the analog is so intuitive? You've got that tach right there, center stage. It is automatic, of course. You can see what gear you're in here. You can move it on over to manual. Okay. And over here, then, of course, you've got your speedometer going up to 200 miles an hour. And there's not this big screen. There's a small navigation screen here. Your AC is easy to get to. Your options here are easy to get to, like the PDK Sport mode, like the active exhaust.
What are we going to hear? How is it? Is it going to be loud? Is it going to be quiet?
A German engine, especially like a Porsche engine like this, is just so tight, and it's so synchronized. And then with it behind you, in fact, I think that after I fire it up, I'm going to ask PJ to sit in the passenger seat because remember, the cabin is not really that loud with it running. So I'm going to let you guys hear that as well. But first, we'll let you hear the sound from the exhaust.
Wait, before we go any further, Alan says paddle shifting. You got some right there.
Oh, yeah. Paddle shifters are right here, up on the right, down on the left.
Roger says the wipers work.
No, the wipers, that's important that the wipers work.
Mike says, probably overall the best car in the garage.
And as far as single price, is it the most expensive?
It's the most expensive car we have in the garage.
Most expensive car that we have in the garage. More expensive than the Tesla Plaid, more expensive than the Escalade V. Again, to get one of these, you can't get them at sticker, $200,000 plus.
Alan says, take it to the track on the weekend.
Right.
Oh, the winner will
So once
be able
again,
to do that.
There's the key. It's got the Porsche logo on there. You get it right in there.
All right, I'm going to go back in and we're going to take a listen.
Sounds good. PJ, the other thing that I'm going to point out here is that this has a 9,000 RPM redline. No American car has a 9,000 RPM redline. And this gets up there really, really fast. PJ, why don't you come inside? We're going to let you move that. We'll shut the door. Then we're going to let you guys hear how loud it is in the cabin with that mid-engine behind us. Here's your cup holders, right? You can put those back in place. Right, there's one. There's the other. Come on. And then that goes up like that. You see, it's got that super expensive carbon fiber Wysock package on there.
And we've got a fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher.
It's always a good idea to be able to have a fire extinguisher close by to the car that you're getting into, I guess.
So come on in. Well, for track purposes, it's mandatory that you have a fire extinguisher in the vehicle.
All right.
So that's why it's there. Okay, so I'm going to fire it up again.
Of course, I have my door open, but
let it come back down to an idle. And there's not really a drone. I mean, you can feel the vibration of the engine behind you. There's a little bit of sound.
Right, and I've got my door open.
Right. But it's nice. See, PJ and I can still hold a conversation with that motor running, and you don't have to yell at your passenger. Great car.
Alan says, thin seats, how comfortable are they?
They're very comfortable.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. And they've got great bolster to them. So again, you don't want to be sliding over to the other side when you're taking a corner at a, you know what I'm saying. We're taking a mountain curve.
Philip says, looks great under my tree.
Speaking of which, you have until November 28th, Thanksgiving Day, to enter to win. So theoretically, the winner could have the paperwork back to us. We could have the award ceremony, and they could have it, or you could have the car if you're the winner, under the tree in time for Christmas.
Right, because this is drawn on December 12th.
Right, so I'm not promising that, but it could happen.
Jerry says it'll look good in my garage. It would look good in anybody's garage.
There you
that's
go.
For sure.
So hope you enjoyed that today on Fire It Up Friday, that we do it a little bit early for you guys. Any other questions on the Porsche before we kick that weekend in early?
Liz says, very nice, love this car, be blessed. And then Terry says, can you show the tool to remove the wheel on the Porsche?
Not today. We'll do that before the giveaway ends.
Perfect.
Sounds good. All right, guys, you have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday with more great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes. It only happens right here in our favorite place on earth, where you've got about 2 weeks left to enter to win a really, really, really cool Porsche.